The hybrid inverter promises a single solution for two distinct needs: the efficiency of a grid-tied system and the security of off-grid backup. To achieve this, a single device replaces three discrete hardware components: a solar charge controller, a battery inverter, and a grid-tie inverter. Industry marketing often categorizes these units as simple, plug-and-play devices. Inside the chassis, these units function as complex energy arbitration nodes, strictly bound by conversion efficiencies, voltage thresholds, and thermal variables. System safety and functionality are governed by a strict, measurable mathematical envelope rather than marketing claims. We will construct this operational envelope from scratch using the 6 foundational formulas of hybrid system design. Ignoring these physical limits leads directly to catastrophic system failure. The model begins with the primary energy source, the photovoltaic array, connecting to the inverter's direct current inputs. To align the array with the inverter's capacity, we multiply the maximum power voltage by the maximum power current, then by the total number of modules. We must also account for the open circuit voltage, or VOC, the maximum voltage produced when no load is connected. Cold weather is a critical variable. As temperatures fall, VOC dynamically scales upward, breaching the inverter's maximum DC input threshold. Solar panels become more efficient at colder temperatures. This inverse voltage scaling inflates the array voltage far beyond standard test conditions. To manage this voltage, installers integrate specific MC4 wiring configurations, linking panels in series or parallel for safe operation. Active overcurrent protection is mandatory. DC fuses must be rated just above the array's maximum current. Failing to calculate these thermal variables means a single winter morning can destroy the inverter before the system powers a single load. On the output side, power routes from the inverter to the home's critical loads panel. Determining standard continuous demand requires summing the exact wattage of these essential loads. During backup operation, essential loads must be physically isolated from the main panel. While standard draw looks stable on a graph, the system faces a surge capacity bottleneck. Starting heavy motors requires a massive power spike, often double the continuous wattage. High-surge household appliances like well pumps and HVAC compressors demand this immediate influx of current to turn their internal coils. If a continuous load exceeds the inverter's AC rating, the unit will derate, reducing its output to protect internal circuitry from overheating. If a load exceeds the instantaneous surge rating, it triggers a total system safety shutdown. Failing to mathematically account for surge physics ensures the backup power will collapse exactly when critical appliances attempt to turn on. The storage component connects the inverter to a battery bank and its battery management system, or BMS, which monitors and protects the cells. To calculate required capacity in amp hours, divide the load's watt hours by the battery voltage times the depth of discharge. Depth of discharge is the percentage of the battery drained relative to overall capacity. Restricting this preserves cell longevity. Pushing power back into the battery has strict limits. Maximum charge current equals total PV power divided by battery voltage. The inverter's output must be throttled below the battery's maximum charge current. The BMS processes these metrics, exchanging data with the inverter to prevent overcharging and overdischarging. Lithium cells suffer permanent, irreversible damage if they are overdischarged. An unexpected AC load spike can draw massive amounts of current, draining the battery faster than the BMS can process the telemetry and safely disconnect the circuit. Operating a battery bank without strict capacity math and active BMS integration creates a highly volatile and dangerous chemical hazard in your home. Completing the system topology requires connecting the inverter to the main utility grid. Real-world net power subtracts both physical wiring losses and the inverter's internal efficiency drop. Converting direct current from the panels into alternating current inherently bleeds power off as heat dissipation. Physical DC wiring runs cause voltage drop due to resistance, shedding energy before reaching the inverter. The inverter executes an automatic arbitration hierarchy, prioritizing solar power to the load, then charging the battery, and finally feeding the grid. This entire arbitration sequence is rigidly restricted by the system's rated maximum currents. The grid connection introduces a topology risk. If grid-tied and off-grid alternating current are improperly bonded, it creates a dangerous grounding fault loop. The system must also utilize anti-islanding protection. This is an automatic safety protocol that stops the inverter from pushing reverse current onto a downed electrical grid during a blackout. Improper grid synchronization introduces lethal shock hazards to both the homeowner and utility line workers. This diagram shows the complete operational envelope. These 6 mathematical formulas interact simultaneously to maintain system stability. The hybrid inverter acts as an active management node, constantly balancing changing PV thermal variables, AC surge physics, and battery chemistry limits in real time. Breaching this mathematical envelope results in thermal runaway, equipment destruction, or electrical fires. Before powering up, verify your battery sizing, install properly rated DC fuses, and physically resolve all grounding topologies. Executing this math requires strict adherence to local electrical codes. You must consult a qualified professional before initiating any grid interactive connection. A hybrid inverter provides a unified energy management platform, but its utility depends entirely on respecting these strict physical limits.